Okay, guys, here I am back. I cannot wait to see you all again soon. But one thing I would like to do is I would like to read to you. You know that this is one of my favorites, and you know that we are very close in our seeing what happens to Charlie. And we are both classes are really close. They're only one chapter apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back. The owls just kind of hang tight with me. We're going to go back one chapter. So you've already heard this one chapter, but we're going to go back and read it anyway, okay? And then we'll be caught up together, and then I can just read to you. So if you have this book at home, or if you've checked it out from the library, you can follow along with me. But I'm going to go ahead and read. Okay, here we go. Chapter 9. Grandpa Joe takes a gamble. Ooh. The next day, when Charlie came home from school and went to see his grandparents, he found that only Grandpa Joe was awake. The other three were all snoring loudly. Shh, whispered Grandpa Joe, and he beckoned Charlie to come closer. Charlie tiptoed over and stood beside the bed. The old man gave Charlie a sly grin, and then he started rummaging under his pillow with one hand. And when the hand came out again, there was an ancient leather purse clutched in his fingers, and under the cover of his bedclothes, the old man opened up the purse and tipped it upside down. Out fell a single silver 10-cent piece. "It's my secret hoard," he whispered. "The others don't know I've got it. And now you and we're going to have one more fling at finding that last ticket. How about it, eh? But you'll have to help me." "Are you sure you want to spend your money on that, Grandpa?" Charlie whispered. "Of course I'm sure," sputtered the old man excitedly. "Don't stand there arguing. I'm just as crazy as you are about finding that ticket. Here, take the money and run down the street to the nearest store and buy the first Wonka candy bar you see and bring it straight back to me, and we'll open it together." Charlie took the little silver coin and slipped quickly out of the room. In 5 minutes, he was back. "Have you got it?" whispered Grandpa Joe, his eyes shining with excitement. Charlie nodded and held out a bar of candy. "Wonka's Nutty Crunch Surprise," it said on the wrapper. "Good," the old man whispered, sitting up in his bed and rubbing his hands. "Now, come over here and sit close to me, and we will open it together. Are you ready?" "Yes," Charlie said. "I'm ready." "All right, you tear off the first bit." "Oh, no," said Charlie. "You paid for it. You do it all." The old man's fingers were trembling most terribly, and they fumbled with the candy bar. "We don't have a hope, really," he whispered, giggling a bit. "You know we don't have a hope, don't you?" "Yes," Charlie said. "I know that." They looked at each other and both started giggling nervously. "Mind you," said Grandpa Joe, "there's just that tiny chance that it might be the one. Don't you agree?" "Yes," said Charlie, "of course. Why don't you open it, Grandpa?" "All in good time, my boy. All in good time. Which end do you think I should open first?" That corner, the one farthest from you. Just tear it off a tiny bit, but not quite enough for us to see anything." "Like that?" said the old man. "Yes, now just a little bit more." "You finish it, said Grandpa Joe. "I'm too nervous." "No, Grandpa, you must do it yourself." "Very well, then. Here it goes." He tore off the wrapper, and they both stared at what lay underneath of it. It was a bar of candy and nothing more. All at once, they both saw the funny side of the whole thing, and they burst into peals of laughter. "What the heck's going on?" cried Grandma Josephine, waking up suddenly. "Nothing," said Grandpa Joe. "You go on back to sleep." Now we're ready for chapter 10.